Hello and welcome to a day in 15 minutes, UPSC PRELIMS Daily Current Affairs by Ekam IAS. Today is 18th March 2020 and the topics for discussion are curative petition, Stand Up India scheme, starch-based hemostat, uranium contamination, and finally superhydrophobic coating. Now coming to the first topic of the day, which is curative petition. Now this is in news because the Supreme Court of India has rejected the curative petition filed over the Nirbhaya case. Now coming and talking about what this is, understand the curative petition is the last and final option for the people to acquire justice as mentioned and promised by the Constitution of India. It was evolved by the apex court to prevent the miscarriage of justice and to prevent abuse of process. The concept of curative petition originated from a landmark judgment in Rupa Ashok Hurra versus Ashok Hurra and another case of 2002. Now, the concept of curative petition is supported by the Article 137 of the Constitution of India, and the article enables the Supreme Court to review its own judgments made under Article 145. Now, such a petition needs to be filed within 30 days from the date of the judgment or order. A curative petition is usually decided by judges in chamber unless a specific request for an open court hearing is allowed. Going to the next topic of the day, which is Stand Up India scheme. Now this is in news because more than 20,000 crores of loans have been sanctioned under the Stand Up India scheme since its inception. Now talking a little more about this. Now the Stand Up India scheme was launched by the Union Ministry of Finance in 2016. Now the scheme is anchored by the Department of Financial Services under the Ministry of Finance. The scheme aims at promoting entrepreneurship among women and scheduled caste and tribes. The scheme facilitates bank loans between rupees 10 lakh and 1 crore to at least one scheduled caste or scheduled tribe borrower and at least one women borrower per bank branch of the scheduled commercial bank for setting up greenfield enterprises in the manufacturing, services or trading sectors. Now in case of non-individual enterprises, at least 51% of the shareholding and controlling stakes should be held by either an SC or an ST or a women entrepreneur. Now the scheme, which covers all branches of the scheduled commercial banks, will be accessed by three potential ways. This is directly at a bank branch or through SIDBI Stand Up India portal, which is standupmitra.in, and finally through the lead district manager or LDM. Now coming to the next topic of the day, which is starch-based hemostat. Now understand, scientists from the Institute of Nanoscience and Technology, which is an autonomous institute under the Department of Science and Technology, has developed a starch-based hemostat material that concentrates the natural clotting factors in blood by physically absorbing excess fluid. Now coming and talking about this, understand, hemostat materials absorb excess fluid by concentrating the natural clotting factors in the blood that are critical for stopping blood flow. However, the bleeding can restart when non-biodegradable materials are removed. Now understand, by chemically modifying natural starch to form microplastics, the team has combined the advantages of biocompatibility and biodegradability with 5 to 10-fold increase in fluid absorption and much improved adhesion. The product has increased absorption capacity, improved absorption, inexpensive, biocompatible as well as biodegradable. Now the microparticles are prepared by modifying some sort of chemical hydroxyl groups on the starch of carbomethyl groups while also incorporating the beneficial calcium ions, which encourages the aggregation of red blood cells and platelets and their activation to generate the fibrin protein network that forms a stable blood clot. Now this modification increases the ability of the molecules to interact with water. Now this is basically the basis for its impressive ability to absorb fluid from the blood and hence concentrating the clotting factors. Now the microparticles of the product are known as calcium modified carboxyl methyl starch, and it is swelled up to form a cohesive and adherent gel within 30 seconds after contact with blood in lab tests. Now going to the next topic of the day, which is uranium contamination. Now, according to a report brought out by the Duke University in USA in association with the Central Groundwater Board and State Groundwater Departments, that shows that there has been a prevalence of uranium concentration above the permissible limit in some sort of localized pockets in a few states and union territories in India. Now, according to the report, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Odisha, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir have localized occurrences of uranium concentration. Now coming to the limit of uranium in India, understand by the Indian standards IS 10500-2012 for drinking water specification, it has specified the maximum acceptable limits for radioactive residues as alpha and beta emitters. Now if any contaminant is there which shows value excess of that, then it is rendered as not suitable. Now understand, according to the standards, these requirements actually only take in account of all the radioactive elements including uranium, not only specific to uranium. Basically, no individual radioactive element have been specifically identified. Now, as per the Bureau of Indian Standards, that is BIS, they are working to incorporate maximum permissible limit of uranium as 0.03 milligrams per liter as per the WHO provisional guidelines in all drinking water standards after following due process. Now coming and talking about uranium, understand uranium is a heavy metal which has been used as an abundant source of concentrated energy for over 60 years. Now this is a radioactive material and it appears a little silvery grey in color. Okay. Now the uranium occurs in most rocks in concentrations of 2 to 4 parts per million and is common in the earth's crust as tin, tungsten and molybdenum. Now understand, uranium occurs in seawater also and can be recovered from the ocean, and it is believed that uranium is apparently formed in a supernova explosion 6.6 billion years ago. Now while it is not common in our solar system, today its slow radioactive decay provides the main source of heat inside the earth, causing the convection and continental drift to occur. Coming to the applications of uranium, uranium is a very important element because it provides us with nuclear fuel which is used to generate electricity in nuclear power stations. It is also the major material from which other synthetic trans-uranium elements are made. Uranium is also used by the military to power nuclear submarines and also in nuclear weapons. Now, depleted uranium is uranium that has much less amounts of uranium-235 than natural uranium. Okay, here you need to understand most of the uranium that is found is actually found in an isotope called uranium-238. But the uranium that is used in nuclear power plants and also used in as nuclear weapons, it is a special type of isotope of uranium which is uranium-235. So that is what we are saying here. Depleted uranium is those uranium which has very small concentrations of uranium-235. Okay. Now this is a dense metal that can be used for ballast for ships and counterweights for aircraft, and it is also used in ammunition and armor. Now uranium as a nuclear weapon or nuclear fuel, we will discuss about that right now. See, naturally occurring uranium consists of 99% of uranium-238 and 1% of uranium-235. Now uranium-235 is the only naturally occurring fissionable fuel, which is basically a fuel that can sustain a nuclear chain reaction. Now uranium fuel is used in nuclear reactors and it is enriched with uranium-235. Basically, enrichment means increasing the percentage of uranium-235 in normal uranium-238. Now the heat generated by the fuel is used to create steam in the turbines, and that is then later on turned into electricity. Now going to the next topic of the day, which is superhydrophobic coating. Now this is in news because a team from the Indian Institute of Technology and the Ohio State University has created a superhydrophobic coating to save steel from rusting. Now the team used polyurethane and silicon dioxide nanoparticles to create the coating which can easily be spin coated on steel. Now, spin coating is a procedure used to deposit uniform thin films on flat surfaces. Okay, now spin coating is advantageous and cost effective compared to immersion coating and spray coating. Now, spin coating dries quickly and the thickness of the coating could be controlled easily, and another useful property exhibited by the coating was of self-cleaning. Now, coming and talking about superhydrophobic coating. Now, the term hydrophobicity basically means the ability to repel water. Now, superhydrophobic coating is a nanoscopic surface layer that basically repels water, and superhydrophobic coatings are also found in nature. They appear on plant leaves such as lotus leaf and some insect wings. Now, superhydrophobic coatings have important applications in the maritime industry as well. The major for you to understand here is that certain types of steels used in the ships, when they go into voyage into the high seas, because of the salt nature of the water in the high seas, it causes very quick rusting of the steel, thereby slowly damaging the ships itself. Now, by applying a super hydrophobic coating, the rusting of the steel can be reduced. So that's all for today. If you have any doubts or queries, you can write down in the comment section below. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Follow our website neoiasgap.com for the detailed content and monthly prelims digest. Also join our current affairs exclusive test series through the website. And finally, participate in the daily current affairs prelims infotainment quiz at our Telegram channel, that is Neo IAS Prelims, at 9:30 p.m. every day. Thank you.